Before I get this video started, I have to give a special thank you to the guys down at Subaru of Corvallis for allowing me to come down and review the 2019 Subaru WRX Premium. If you're interested in the 2019 Subaru WRX Premium or any of the other fantastic Subaru models, be sure to hit them up and they'll be happy to get you into your next vehicle.
What's going on? This is Big G from G Riders and welcome to another episode of Test and Rides. Today, I'm going to be testing out the 2019 Subaru WRX Premium. Welcome to the 2019 Subaru WRX. Introduced for the 2014 model year, this is the fourth generation of the WRX, and it was much improved over its previous generation in terms of quality, performance, and looks. I think it's probably one of the better looking WRXs that came out, even though the styling is a bit conservative compared to the other models. So, I believe 2019 is going to be the last year for this WRX because, the fourth generation of the WRX, because the new Impreza has been out for a couple years now, so it's about time for the new WRX to come along with the new engines and the new options that the current generation of the Impreza comes with. So this is possibly going to be the last year for this model. So all WRXs that aren't the STI come standard with a 2-liter turbo FA20 boxer 4-cylinder with 268 horsepower and 258 foot-pounds of torque. Since this vehicle is based on a compact car, it does weigh only about 33, almost 3,400 pounds or so, and it does only get 21 in the city and 27 out on the highway because this is the 6-speed manual version of this model. So this is the 2019 Subaru WRX Premium, and this one starts at about just right under $30,000, but this one has an option package on it. This has the performance pack, so this has the upgraded recaro seats, also has some upgraded brakes, and unfortunately for me it has the sunroof delete. But this vehicle also has the 6-speed short throw STI shifter and also the STI Sports exhaust, which are the two things I feel like if you're going to get a WRX, you have to get those options. With those couple options on, it brings the price up for the vehicle up to $34,000, which is actually a pretty good price considering you're getting the short throw shifter and the performance exhaust, which I think sounds pretty good. Before we take a look around it, let's go ahead and take a listen with that. So before we take a look at the interior of the new WRX, let's take a look around the outside of it. Even though it's not new or anything, but it's still nice to kind of see what it looks like around it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look around the 2019 WRX. And since it's the last year, there's nothing really radically different or new with the 2019 WRX. You know, you have your classic stuff like the signature WRX STI rally car hood scoop, which I like a lot. It has a nice black painted grille and like this texture down here for the inserts on the front bumper. Since this is a performance pack, it does have the nicer looking wheels and it has the upgraded performance brakes, which work very well, and I like that they're red on this vehicle. But this car is in the typical Subaru blue. I'll put up the official name of it, but it's in the blue, and I do like the blue, but I have a soft spot for the silver WRXs, but the blue is nice also. So this one has kind of like a machine finish for the exhaust pipes. Let me zoom in here so you guys can see. And that is the optional STI Sports exhaust, which I didn't even know this vehicle had when I was doing research on it, but when it started up and I looked at the window sticker, it had it. So definitely a plus because I've never actually heard the WRX, the STI Sports exhaust on these, so it sounds pretty good. And then moving towards the front, it's all standard issue WRX. So since this is the premium, it does have the key. And there's the interior of the 2019 Subaru WRX. I'm not going to talk about this interior very much because this interior isn't all new or anything. This is actually the last year. This is probably the last year of this model. But I want to show you these two-tone leather and kind of Alcantara recaro seats that comes on the interior on the performance pack. It's pretty awesome. With this red piping, it looks really good. I think this is the best color interior of a WRX that you can get. Also, there's some nice carbon fiber inserts that goes across the dash. And at this point, the steering wheel is pretty dated now, and I can't wait to see what the new WRX interior is going to look like. So instead of talking about this interior, let's go ahead and hop straight out on the road. Welcome to the driving portion of the 2019 Subaru WRX. All right, let's go ahead and head on the road and see how this thing does. Before I get this started, this is a very fun review for me because I've never driven a WRX before. This is the first time. And I've been driving this car for about 15 minutes or so, and I already love it. So getting out here on the road in the WRX, this is definitely a good amount of power. I see how people would want more power, but to be honest, I think it's a good amount of power. And you know, 268 horsepower, 258 foot-pounds of torque is definitely not a slouch, definitely by any means. But I understand why people want more power. So let's get into some corners here. Oh my God. Definitely dirty handling in this thing. Like I said, I've never driven a WRX before. The only WRX STI thing that I've driven was She Loved Four Wheels RSTI swap. Way more refined than that, because hers is a early 2000s car, but I still kind of see aspects of her older car that was a little bit more raw in this modern version of the WRX. The steering is excellent in this car. The ride is pretty comfortable. Like, a lot of people would think a WRX would be a little bit stiffer than this. Probably because the STI is stiffer than this, but the WRX rides really nice. Like with these, it doesn't have big wheels on it or anything like that, and the handling's just straight. It's really dirty, and I really like it. Like, I'm not even a big Subaru WRX fan, and I absolutely love it. It's because I wasn't a fan because I've never driven one before. Now that I have, I absolutely understand these cars. And actually, this is another good thing for me, cool thing for me, is this is my first manual new car I've ever reviewed. So this has definitely been something to get used to for sure. As someone who doesn't drive a manual very often, I think this short shifter is definitely where it's at. Like, I think if I were ever to buy one of these, I would definitely have to get the short shifter kit and this STI exhaust on here. It makes this thing sound way better. It's not really rumbly or nothing like a Subaru should be, but it definitely sounds good. I kind of still want a little bit more rumble, but that's because Subaru changed the header setup on these, but I think it still sounds really good. And you know, yeah, this is a great 6-speed manual car. The shifter feels nice and tight, the steering feels nice and tight, the suspension is nice and tight, the handling is great. Like, I 100% understand WRXs now. Like, it rides really, it's an excellent car. Like, the greenhouse in this vehicle is pretty good. Like, I can see out of every single windows. This car doesn't have any of the safety features that a lot of the other ones have because this is on the old platform. But I know when this goes to the Subaru Global platform, which is current generation Impreza, Crosstrek, Forester, and a Citizen, this thing will be even better. Would I consider one of these over my Golf GTI? And really the answer is yes, if I'm considering a manual car. No, if I'm considering an automatic, because the automatic of the WRX is a CVT. I'll hopefully get a chance to review one of those at some point, but I understand why people say that the CVT in the WRX is kind of a sin, because this manual is great. Like, I don't even drive, you guys know I don't drive manual every day. My my GTI is a dual clutch, but this manual is pretty tight, pretty nice. I understand it now. That's it. I understand this car now quite a bit. And like, WRX is a very fun car to drive. The WRX is a very fun car to drive, and I completely understand why people would want to get something like this. Like, I remember I drove an Evo, didn't like it very much, but I think that's because it didn't really have any of the upgraded equipment on it. But this one with the short shifter, and the performance pack with those brakes and the steering and everything in this car, I'm definitely impressed. And I can say now, eventually, I probably will own a WRX. This is just a lot of fun. Like, I'm enjoying this quite a bit. And also the simple fact, I have a lot of room in this car. Like, this car is not very big, but I fit in this car pretty nicely, and I have plenty of headroom, plenty of hip room. The seats are very comfortable. I definitely recommend the Recaro seats. The Recaro seats in the performance pack, because the standard seats in this car are just the flat Subaru standard Impreza seats, and those seats aren't that great in my opinion, especially for the type of driving that you would do in this type of car. But like, honestly, there's really nothing to dislike about this car. Maybe the whole thing with the tech's kind of old in this car, and like, it doesn't have Subaru eyesight or anything like that even available as an option. But that's gonna be changing here pretty soon. I think that the WRX is definitely a cool car, and you know, if you're considering a car like this, you definitely should consider one of these, because this car is comfortable, it's fun to drive with the all-wheel drive. You can use it in all different conditions. And it sounds pretty amazing. And at $34,000 is not a bad price. I just wish it came with push button start and comfort access at this price point. But I understand that if you want all that stuff, you get a limited. But I definitely highly recommend this car. And if you're looking at a car like this, I would definitely highly recommend looking at a 2019 Subaru WRX. And remember, this car's been out since 2015, so you probably can get some cheaper models that are a little bit older. And you know, I love this car. And if you are a driving enthusiast and you love to drive and you love to have fun and drive a manual car, you're absolutely gonna love this car. And for that, I highly recommend this car. So if you like this video, hit me with the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, keep riding me. Thanks for watching.